Hello, welcome, come on in, say hello. Alright, so tonight we are making an Easter wreath. I have this 20-inch evergreen pine wreath that we're using that I've already filled in with some mesh. This mesh is kind of like leftover mesh that I pulled out of my box. I added the pink in with it. This one you'll notice is from last week's wreath. So I had another roll of that and then we added the pink in with it. And we are going to be using our little Ballerina Bunny here. She's the last one I have. I had the couple of pink ones last year. All right, I have these carrots and this egg that came as a set. I got these from a good friend, Just Peachie Designs. She's on Etsy. She made these for me. So she's got a whole bunch of those in her shop. I'm going to post a link to it here for you. All right, so that's what we're going to do. I have some greenery. I have some florals. I had to move them because my grandson wanted to come and give me a hug. Goodbye, so I have to move that back over. So we're going to use that, and then I have some ribbon here that we're going to make a bow. So first thing I want to do is, I think I'm going to put her in, and then we're going to build around her with the florals and everything and get our bow going. So I want to get her in place real quick. So how is everyone doing? I hope you're all doing well. Where do I want to put her? I want to put her right here. I want to thank you all for joining me. If you're new to my page, my name is Dawn. This is Wreath Decor by Dawn. We go live on Thursday evenings at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to get a message when I go live, I do send out an email, so you can join my email list. The link is up in the description. Should be up in the description. If you don't see it up there, I can always send you a link if you type the word email into the comments, so that you can join. I cannot put you in. You have to join on your own, because you have to opt into receiving the emails. So I am using my weaving needle and I am poking this through here. Also, you can get these weaving needles in my shop. I do sell them in 2 different sizes. So if you're looking for some, you will find them there. That is also in the links. And of course I put it right in front of a crossbar. All right, so we're gonna get this tightened. So what I did with the bunny, let me just tell you real quick, because I did this ahead of time. The bunny came with a bag of dirt and rocks in it. That's what they use to weigh it down for shelf setters. I took that out. I cut a slit in the bottom. I take that out very carefully so as not to rip the bag, so that it doesn't add any extra weight to my wreath, because I do ship wreaths. I don't want to add any extra weight to it if I don't have to. And sorry, I forgot to set. I'm doing a different thing tonight. I'm not using my computer, so I'm forgetting everything I'm supposed to be doing here. So I'll zoom in a little bit more for you if you need. I want to make sure you can see everything. You don't have to see me, but I want you to see everything. So this little bunny came from Big Lots. I got these a couple years ago when they had different colors. They had some in pink, some in I think blue, the Easter colors, you know, the pastels. So this is my last one, so I thought I would go ahead and use it. I don't know if they still carry them or not. I haven't seen them. But their arms, the arms and the ears are wired. The feet, the feet not so much. Those are not wired. So, and her little tutu likes to stick to the mesh, so I have to be careful to pull that out and not play with it too much, or it will snag it. And I don't want to rip it and leave holes in her little tutu. All right, so the other thing I had was these eggs and the carrot, or this egg and these carrots. Again, these came from Just Peachie Designs. I did tag it down below. I don't know if it showed up because I'm not seeing it. But if it didn't, I will put the link up again for anyone who wants it. But she sells these in her shop. There's a big one and a little bit smaller one, and then the foam egg comes with it. So I was thinking I was going to either have the egg in her lap. Let me hold this up so you can see. I was either going to put the egg where she was holding it, or I was going to have her hold the carrot. Put that in one arm like that. All right, let's make a bow. So the ribbons I have, I just pulled out everything I thought would go with this. I wanted to match the carrots, obviously, because of the pattern. So I just pulled out all these different ones. I think I'm going to use that one, though. The polka dots I got because we have polka dots up here in the top of the carrots. I've got this floral pink because I don't have a whole lot of, I mean, I have a lot of pink, but not that goes with this. I wanted this to go with her outfit. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. We're going to use these right here and possibly this one. I don't know if I want to use, we're going to go with it. We'll just go with it. All right, so this is where we're at right now. So if anyone has any questions about how I started, let me know. Again, it's a 20-inch pine wreath filled in with mesh. The mesh is cut. It's 10-inch mesh. It's cut at 20 inches. And then we put the bunny in, and that's as far as we've gotten so far. Now we're going to make a bow. I'm going to use my Easy Bow Stow and Go. I'll zoom in a little bit more to the bow maker. You don't have to really look at me. All right, so I'm going to do about a 14, 15, let's do 14, about a 20-inch, maybe a little bit shorter. It may be a little bit shorter. Hello, Brenda. How are you? So again, if anyone wants to join my email list, there's a link in the description that'll take you from my link tree that has all of my links, all of my social media, has my shop, it has my email, everything in it. So you can click on that and you can find me. And if you want to join the email list, I send out an email every week when I go live. Tonight I sent one out about 5:30. So, and if you don't get to catch me when I'm live, I do put the replays over on my YouTube channel. So I edit them and put them over there. And you'll find the link for that also up there in the link tree description. So I am doing 6-inch loops, 2 loops each side with this one. Thank you, Brenda. I appreciate that so much. I donate any stars that I get every year, and let's see, last year was autism. The year before was an organization that helped my sister when she had cancer called Michelle's Place. And I think this year it's going to go to the autism again. It's February and I haven't even picked a place yet, but I do it at the end of the year, so whatever I collect throughout the year, and then I match it and donate that. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. All right, this one here is a pink floral. We're going to use this one, and we're going to go in with the same length of tails, about 20 inches, thereabouts. We're going to go at 5.5 inches, and again I'm going to do, I think I'm going to go ahead and do 2 on each side. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I appreciate y'all being here. If you wouldn't mind sharing this for me, and let your friends know we're on. Maybe they'd like to come watch. If you're not able to stay for the whole live, I understand. It will be available for replay here and on YouTube. And if you're new to my page, please say hello so we can give you a nice warm welcome. If you're a first-time watcher. My son and grandson just left. His washing machine and dryer are not working properly. Well, the dryer is like kaput, but the washer is not working properly, so he came over to do some laundry at the last minute, and they just left as I was going live, so my grandson was yelling up the stairs. All right, so we've got that. Now we're going to go in with, I think, the polka dots or Swiss dots. Love me some Swiss dot. I know this is part of a partial roll, so I want to see. Okay, we're good. We got enough here. I am going to only do one loop with this one on each side. This is a 1.5. And this is going to give me just enough because I have a broken roll here from where I put two different rolls together. This is 5 inches. All right, this is a solid pink, and I am doing 4.5-inch loops. So that's a 4.5 there. And I am just going to do one loop with that. Well, maybe not. Maybe I'll do 2. No, I'm going to do 1. If y'all are crafters or just admirers, I do have a free group that you can join to share your designs, projects to sell. You can sell in my group. Sorry, there's fuzz from the doll still floating around in here. That's getting up my nose. But I do have a free group. It's called Wreath Decor by Dawn's Crafters Community. There's a link for that also in my link tree. Go join that group there. You can show off all of your goodies. If you sell things, you can sell them in my group. I don't have a problem with that. So go join that. All right, this one's going to be about 4 inches. It's a 1.5 with that, what is this pattern called? Susan, help me out here. What is this? It's not a houndstooth. That's the other one. Oh, what is it called? It's right on the tip of my tongue. Harlequin, thank you. So I only did one loop on each side with that one. I'm going to finish it off with this pretty lace pink here. It's got lace edges, so you can see that. I think I'm going to finish it off with that, and I think I'm just going to do one loop. So this is going to be about a 3.5. I want to be able to see all these ribbons underneath. There we go. All right, there we are. There is our bow. Oh my goodness, I'm almost out of this one. I love this one. I hope I have more. We're going to grab a zip tie. I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use a black one. We're going to slide this up underneath all of our loops here. This is an 11-inch zip tie. I'm going to get it just tight enough to hold everything in place so that when I pull it off, it won't come apart. I don't want the bow coming apart. But I don't want it too tight that I can't move it. So next week I will not be live making anything, but I will try to go live. I will be at the floral show for Sims in North Carolina here. Up in Graham, North Carolina, they have a floral show. We're going to their spring show. So Thursday night I will not be live unless we do something from like the hotel room or something. Alright, I am going to get me a pipe cleaner. I'm going to use a black one. Alright, so there is our pipe cleaner. Alright, so now we've got the zip tie in there and the pipe cleaner. So I'm going to hold it. I'm going to fluff this out, just making sure that my loops are where I want them. Because once I cinch this down, it'll be harder to move them. So I want to get them where I want them now. Get up there, please. It's the perfect time to make sure nothing has moved or readjusted like that one did. So pull that back up. Now I'm going to go ahead and tighten it down as tight as I can get it by hand, which isn't very tight. Then I'm going to use my zip tie tool, and when I put this on here, it slides right on that, and I'm going to give it a couple clicks to tighten it, and then we let it go. Alright, let's put this on, and then we can go ahead and start putting in our greenery and our flowers and stuff. And I'm going to put my carrots in that in too. I have not dovetailed these yet, but we will. I'm using I'm going to put this down here at the bottom, I think, because we're going to put the carrots up top, or the egg, I don't know which yet. Alright, so I am going down in through the mesh and everything, and I'm getting that snagged on there. And I want to make sure to put that around the frame, the wreath frame. Don't want to tie it off to your mesh. Make sure you tie off to your frame itself. Alright, so I have a crossbar right here. I'm going to go down into that. And I've got my finger there so that I can feel when the needle comes through. These needles will not stab you. They're not pointed, sharp like that. But it's sharp enough that it'll go through the mesh and everything. Now, when you tighten it, don't tighten it too much that it pulls the center of your bow down. You don't want it to look like it's sunken in. You want it to sit real pretty on top of your mesh and your wreath. So pull that up a little bit and fluff it. There we go. And then we're just going to twist it around those bars. And then I will go back later and cut that down, the pipe cleaner down in the back. There we go. Tuck that in so it doesn't get in the way. So now we can fluff it out a little bit more. There's our, let me open this back up so you can see. There's our bow. Go this way. I will cut the tails in that in a little bit. Alright, so we've got, again, the big carrot, the little carrot, and the foam egg. She made these for us. Her link is down below. So let's see, what do you think? So we've got the big carrot here, we've got the egg, and then she's holding the small carrot. I think that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so with this one, we're going to get a pink pipe cleaner. I am going to use my floral pins, U-pins. Oh, they both have a bow on them. Let's go with this side. I'm going to take my pipe cleaner, I'm going to fold it in half. There's a seam right here, and that's where I'm going to put my pipe cleaner to hold my egg in. Get in there. I'm going to put another one in, going the opposite across it like an X, so that for extra security. Now the carrots are not foam, those are made out of polyfill, so I'm going to use wire to hold those ones in. So we're going to let that set for just a second. I'm going to go ahead and get this one ready. I've got some floral wire here. Cut off a piece of wire. This is 26 gauge floral wire. I'm going to do it about halfway. I'm going to go pinch the material here. It's pretty thick material. All right, now we're going to twist those wires. Again, I'm using my weaving needle. We're going to take that. Thank you for sharing. I want this to go up under my bow and peek out right here. Let me see if that's where it was. I think that's where it was. I can always move these. We're not set in stone here. All right, going right through all that mesh and everything down to the bottom. We're going to tie this off to our frame. I'm just going to wrap it around it for now. I'll go back later and adjust everything. I can always change these around if I don't like it. We can take the egg out and put it over there in her hands. But we're going to try it like this first. See how it goes. Once I get these on, we can start putting in our greenery and our flowers, and we'll hopefully be done pretty quick after that. All right, here we go. All right, this greenery here came from Hobby Lobby. I am going to, it's all push-ups, so I've already pushed it up. I'm going to cut it down and we're going to put it in. So I am going to glue right to my pine. Don't need a very long stem on these. So I'm just going to go wherever I have open spots. We're going to stick this in. All right, one more is going to go right over here to the side. All right, so this is just a couple of loose pieces that I had left over from a project, I think last week or week before. There's not much here, but we're going to go ahead and use it. We probably got a total of maybe, I don't know, almost a dozen pieces. We're going to go ahead and use these up, get them out of here. That's exactly what we did with the mesh. Most of the florals I'm using tonight are also leftovers. So we're going to use those. All right, so I'm just taking these, getting me a little bit of the stem here, sticking it in the glue, and we're just gonna put it in a blank spot. Doesn't take much glue because you're going right onto that pine. There we go. So we got some little wispy pieces here. That's all in. Now let's go ahead and do, we've got fillers, but I think I want to put the flowers in first. So I have an array of pink flowers here. Some of these are leftover. They're like half bushes from other projects. This heather is the same. I think that we'll use that as a filler. But I've got all these little pretty, like this one here. They're almost, there's 1 on there, 2 on there, 3 on there. We're going to use them up. So I've got some mums and I've got some Gerber daisies here. And I've got some, what are these? Are these daisies too? They call these Gerber daisies as well. And they're in different shades of pink. Some are a little bit lighter, some are darker, some are two-tone. We're just going to use them all. So I'm looking for the ones that are already cut open or cut up. That one. That one. This and this. So we're going to use these first. I will put her carrot in her hand later. Let me get this out of the way. There we go. Can you all see? All right, there we go. So let's go ahead and cut up some of these and we can get these put in. Don't think I want to use, come on. I don't want it to go flying off of there. I don't need the stems to be very long. Okay, I'm going to cut these down a little bit, put these in. So we're going to go just all random here. Put these flowers in. Get these out of the way so I don't knock them all down. So we've got 1 there, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me spread these out so they're not all in one place. We'll save some stuff to decorate our bow with as well. All right, I want this to go right here. Right there. Now she does have an egg that she's going to be or a carrot that she's going to be holding. I haven't put that in yet, but I will. I just want to get these flowers in here. I've got my fillers to do still, and then we will be finished. The flowers are all in. Alright, I don't think I'm going to use these, but I might go back later and add them. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. I need to get this over here. I'm going to forget about it. Alright, so for our fillers, I am going to put this heather in here. I've got some white I might pop in there. And then I have these cherry blossoms. And that is a half a bush there. That's a half there. And that one. So we're going to start with those. Of course, we lost a flower. Alright, so these are all things that I've used in other projects. We are using them up tonight. Oh, we'll just have to cut this off here. So some of these came from Hobby Lobby. Some of them come from Old Time Pottery when we still had them around. I still have some of their stuff. I've got some This looks like it came from Joann's. No, yeah, Joann's. This one came from Joann's. Stuff from Hobby Lobby. It's just all a mismatch of things that we used in other projects, and we're just using them up now. Okay, so I'm just cutting these down so we don't need this whole big stem. We can start adding these in. I need to put more glue in my glue pot. So again, I will not be live next week. Not making anything anyway. If I'm live, it'll be from the floral show. So I will try and do a live from the warehouse and show you guys around. I don't do a live during the floral show because that's too hard to do. It's hard to pay attention and do a live from that, but you'll see lots and lots of pictures. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the Sims Floral Show in North Carolina. The wholesaler, they have a floral show every spring. So we're going to that. I am just putting these in all over here. Doesn't look like we're going to use this whole thing tonight. So if I need more of that, we can always go back and add it. I've got 3 stems of that left. All right, let's pop in some white. All right, so these are a little bit longer. So I'm going to pop these in a couple of places. Come on. There. So we started with our mesh base on a pine wreath. We filled it in with our greenery and our florals. I don't know that we need these. I can always go back and add later when I stand it up. I do want these, but I think I'm going to add those later too. Alright, let's go ahead and finish it off with this one. And then I'll put the carrot in her hand and we will be done. Alright, so we're putting in these little wispy pieces here. This is called Heather. I got this from Michael's last year. I love this Heather. It's a very pretty pink and white. I didn't cut that one. So we're going to add these in to some of these naked spots. The rest of this I'm going to save to decorate my bow once I get that cinched into place. I don't like the way my bow is sitting. Some of my ribbons moved, so I am going to take that off and readjust it, not now, but later. So I don't want to make it permanent just yet, so I'm not going to decorate the bow. But I am going to go ahead and put this in her arms. Let's see, I want it to go this way because we already have this one over here. So I think I'm going to go right here with this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and put a wire through the back here. It's going to go through her arm, right into the crook of her arm, and that's where it's going to hold. And then I will wrap, her arm's got some wire in it, so we will wrap that around it. And if I need to, I can always glue it. But I don't want to do that until I'm sure. I need it to go right here. Until I'm sure that that's where it's going to stay. And then that is it. Thank you so much. I will open this back up here so that y'all can see more. Alright, so there's my wire on the back. I'm going to take this and I'm going to go through her arm. I'm using my metal needle because that goes through this fabric a little smoother and it makes this little bit smaller hole. Oh yeah, the tutu is just adorable, isn't it? Alright, so here we go. Right down through her arm. And we're going to go down to the frame. Right there. So that makes a little pinhole for that. So it's not going to damage anything. And that is going to do it. Once I get this on the other side of the frame, let's see if I can get it on there. I need one wire on each side. There we go. That's it. Right there. All right. So again, I can already see where I want to add some more flowers in the middle. All right, this is going to go this way. I want it to go across her. And then the arm, because the wire stops right there, where the, kind of like where her elbow would be, I'm going to glue her arm on there instead, but I want to wait and do that after I make sure everything's where it's going to stay. All right, let me hold this up, get it in the right position, her little legs dangling. They're not wired, so you can't pose them, but you can, you could wire them or glue them into whatever position you wanted. So she's doing her little ballerina movement with her carrot. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out. I appreciate it. Come back again soon. And like I said, be kind to one another.